Double check and make sure it's made public. And we're good to go. Okay. Okay, so once again, we're back for the permanency review for the Desmond children, and I spoke with Colton and Ms. McNulty in private, and so we're ready to proceed with the rest. Ms. Detmer, I read the update that Ms. Butler submitted to the court coordinator. Do you have anything to add to that?
Not that I'm aware. Rochelle, is there anything else to add?
I did submit to Ms. Butler. I submitted an affidavit and then also a home assessment for Ms. Jane Chisholm and Mr. Roberts.
Okay, so I haven't seen any affidavit and I haven't seen the updated home assessment either.
But there was an issue that Ms. Butler brought to my attention where I had all of the signatures on the addendum, which I did to address the concerns that we had on the assessment. However, my previous program director and previous supervisor did not sign off on that home assessment. So I had asked my current PD and supervisor to sign off on that, and I had not yet received the signatures.
Okay, so I'm assuming that whenever that comes in, you guys will set something on the docket to have this move take place.
Yes, Judge, we would.
I'm concerned, is he just gonna sit in Millwood then until that's done, or what?
Yeah, I mean, what, can we not just, I mean, do you not have the authority, Judge, just to move him? I mean, if we're all on board, CPS is on board, you know, we're asking for it. I mean, I'm asking that that be done today. I mean, Millwood's ready to discharge him. So I just don't understand why we would leave him there because of a clerical issue, you know, a signature at this point. If it's just a signature and CPS doesn't have any concerns about the house, you know, I don't have any pleadings to that effect, but I am asking you, or I mean, an oral motion, whatever it needs to be done for him to be moved.
Judge, could I ask Stephanie
Sure.
Duran, who's the supervisor, what the position is on that?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, the position is that the department is in agreement with that. As Rachel stated, that we just didn't have, I'm sorry, Rochelle stated we just didn't have the signatures. So that has been escalated to our program director. She is not in the office today. I can see if I can get another program director to sign off on it, but it is going to be approved. So.
Okay, and you've got no concern?
No.
Okay. And Ms. McNulty, you know this family and you know the children, you have, or Colton, you have no concerns.
Sorry, I was on mute. No, I don't have any concerns.
Okay, and I see just Heather right in front of me. Ms. Chisholm?
Yes,
Is that you?
Yes,
Hi, okay. You're ready and prepared for Colton to come as well?
amen. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. And I know that you've spoken with his attorney, correct?
Affirmative.
Yes, and you know, the concerns that she has and right, and everything that needs to be done to help him
Yes.
succeed.
We are ready. We are ready. Yes,
And keep him
ma'am.
safe. Okay. And so just FYI, also, I did speak with Ms. McNulty also about, and with Colton about not talking to anybody about any of the current allegations that are going on. And I will discuss with the district judge about appointing him an additional attorney.
All right.
Just in case, because I feel like most kids in his position, I agree with Ms. McNulty, that would have already had someone by now protecting them and protecting their rights. And I don't want to leave Colton out there without counsel, okay?
Okay. Understood.
So- all right.
We can definitely take care of that.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let me go through the rest of this order here, make sure. And it's my understanding, I know that the last time we met, and I remember now why I had you guys reconvene for another permanency review hearing before the statutory time, because I did want Colton to be able to go with you guys, because you're your family, and looks like everything is checked out. I was really concerned about the relationship Mom was having. Ms. McNulty reminded me with you, ma'am. But now, from what I understand, Mom's doing nothing whatsoever to help with any sort of reunification with them. And in fact, everything she's doing, she's basically deciding and telling all of us that I can't send him back to her house, you know, even if everything else.
I feel like Judge Sherry, I feel like she gave up on me. That's how I feel.
You know, buddy, that's not your fault. I don't know that she's okay with herself. Sometimes people have to be whole in themselves, okay, before we can be responsible for anybody else. And I just don't, through no fault of yours, okay? We talked about that. She's just not ready, okay?
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. Because you've got other people who are more than ready and willing to help get you through, okay? Okay. When's the last time Colton has seen a doctor? Does anyone know?
I know he needs his eyes checked. He's been without eyeglasses for a while. His last physical or something like that. I thought he had one at Ms. Miller's.
No.
No.
In Houston's the last time he had a physical.
Yeah, well, because there was an altercation,
Right.
so he would have been in the, there was an assault.
So it looks, yeah, it looks like he is overdue for, looks like he's probably due for a checkup sometime over the summer. He's definitely due for a dental visit.
Yeah.
And a mental evaluation, I think.
Well, they're probably taking care of that in there, okay?
And Millwood, they would be doing his
All right.
therapy. Yeah.
So, all right,
But yeah, so we're available to make sure that he gets up to date.
okay.
Yeah. That's our main.
The department can communicate with them and make sure that those needs are being met for him, okay? Let's see. Colton, I'm gonna put you back on mute just to cut down some of that background noise, okay?
Okay.
All right. Colton, where are you at with your schoolwork right now?
I'm currently not getting my studies. I'm supposed to be doing my studies online.
Okay. And your aunt has internet and stuff, so you'll be able to do that once you get to her house?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what grade are you working on? Are you still working on 9th grade or are you doing 10th?
I'm in 10th grade.
10th? Okay.
And I wasn't getting my studies done at Miss Miller's too.
Okay.
So I'm kind of falling behind.
I think your aunt will help fix that, okay?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna put you back on mute again.
Okay.
Okay, so I think the report I got was pretty much mostly Colton, but a little bit about Mckenna. I think what okay. McKenna's in a home right now as well. Is that right?
McKenna's in a PHB home. I think you call it PHB, which I discussed with Rochelle this morning that I believe her time there is up in August, and that CPS has reached out to the appropriate place to ask for an extension of that. I would definitely be in favor of her staying in the PHB home. She's doing really well there. My understanding is she has some hygiene issues still, but that's kind of been something we've been struggling with since the beginning. But her home there and the parents there are, I feel like, really good for her. And then I don't know what the long-term plan is, and Rochelle and I kind of discussed that a little bit earlier today about what we could do for McKenna. And I don't want to get to a position where either she doesn't get an extension, or that runs out, and then what the plan is.
It needs to be a backup, yeah.
Right. I don't really have a lot of hope, unfortunately, that we're moving towards reunification with mom. I don't think McKenna wants that. I think she doesn't seem to have any desire to be with her mom right now. She doesn't see, like, it's reported to me that she will like leave the room or leave the call if the mom comes on. I think that there's a lot of bad, blood there right now, kind of understandably. So mom has been in and out, and so that's affecting her and making her, obviously she probably feels rejected and betrayed at this point. So, and she's still a baby, she's still young, so
she's just a little girl still.
Yeah. So, but she does have high needs as well. And so it's important that she goes somewhere. Really the ideal for both of these kiddos is someplace that they're by themselves as far as no other children there.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that Rochelle told me that she spent a weekend with a foster mom not too long ago on respite. And that foster mom was showing interest in McKenna and what her plan was. And she has indicated to me that she really loves her, and that she may be interested in either being a placement. She's licensed, so Rochelle told me that she was going to reach out to that foster mom to discuss the potential of McKenna coming there at some point, and I mean, I don't know, kind of, and Robin would probably have to be the one to speak up on this. I mean, I don't know that it's necessary for mom to ultimately be terminated for that to happen, but like if we have foster mom at some point in the future that's showing interest in adoption and mom not doing anything, I want to know what the timeline is for us moving on that, for McKenna to have permanency, because she's just been in so many different places. And I think that she does need that caregiver, to stick with her, just kind of even just looking at how things are going with her and her mom. I want her to be in a position where she feels like she has a home and a plan long-term. And if this foster mom shows that desire, I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So I don't know. I mean, if it comes down to a termination petition needing to be filed, I'm not sure if that as ad litem, if I can do that, but I want to know what the plan is, because I don't want her to end up back in an RTC. If the medical home is up and they're not able to keep her, I don't want that happening. I don't want a juggle happening at the last minute. Like, we need to have a plan.
Because the older she gets, the more.
I have every step of the way, I have tried to give this mother the opportunity to show that she's going to do what she needs to do. I think she does love her children. She wants for them to, be with her, but she doesn't want to do the work. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of blame shifting. It's a lot of, this is why I can't get this done. This, my job and this and that. And like, she's done nothing with CPS and she still has a new job every, couple of months. So I'm just at the point where I want to know when we're going to stop this. You know what I mean? Like, when this is going to be a situation where these kids can stop feeling like next month I might be here or there or whatever,
Well,
So,
Dina, to your question to me about refiling, we would obviously, if either child was in a position where we thought that was a good plan to refile for termination, we will do that. That's not something you would have to do.
Okay.
So that would be coordinating with you and Rochelle and letting, you know, the legal team know that that's what we needed to do.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
and
want him to
so-
miss out on any resources or either one of them. And I don't know how that works if they're adopted and they're terminated and whatever. I just don't want it to be this constant, you know, are we going to do something with mom situation? You know what I mean? And these kids are just like, I mean, it's an up and down emotional roller coaster for me when I'm like, oh, mom's going to visit. Oh, mom didn't do it.
She's
Oh,
not
mom-
visiting, is she?
No, she's not doing anything. So, you know, it's just, for me as ad litem, especially for Mckenna, I just feel like I want for her to have, you know, normalcy. And I just feel like it's like the cutting it off of the, okay, we're not doing this anymore we're getting close to that point of where we're not, you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that we're keeping that, you know, as a goal.
That's something you guys can work on outside of me for sure. So what I would like to see, I like to the point that we don't want to lose this potential foster mother, okay, who wants to take her long-term. I would like to see maybe some more visits with her to try to transition and the extension on getting the care that she's getting now, because Mckenna definitely needs that. But we need to also think about the next step in transitioning her. We don't want this potential foster placement to lose their interest. And so I think maybe continued visits with her so they can get to know each other and help make that transition smooth when the time does come. It's probably the best way to go because it gives, you know, Mckenna the idea she is wanted somewhere, someone's willing to take her. It helps develop the relationship, and hopefully the foster mother, in giving her that time with Mckenna, she will not lose interest. It'll just hopefully strengthen that and help make the transition smoother when the time does come. I don't want her to go back to, like you said, a more strict environment, and she's still a baby, but you know, we all know that the chances of her being taken long-term go down the older she gets. So it's time to think about doing what's giving her some stability, but we need to make sure I would like to see this extension. So how long will it be before we know if that care will be extended or not?
Rochelle, you'll have to answer that.
So let me make sure I'm on. Okay. So it's very likely that that has been approved. And so she would probably be able to go to maybe October within the PHBC home. I don't know for certain that this other respite provider foster mom's husband is on board. I had just mentioned to Miss Zena that it was expressed to me that this foster mom wanted to know Mckenna's plan and definitely showed interest in her and asked me about adoption. So she definitely is licensed and she could, you know, that could be an option.
But okay, so this is a hard question to ask too. So if adoption is not an option, is she willing to take her? That's another time we end up getting bounced around, as we have fosters that are looking towards the goal of adoption, and that may not be what happens. So it's another thing to consider. I don't want her bounced around. So what you're saying though, Ms. Walter, is that you're not even sure the husband is on board. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
I need to have that conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad, Ms. McNulty, I'm glad that you asked to gather everyone together to have it instead of by submission. Thank you very much. I feel like this is one I do want to keep my thumb on, and I hate to keep having you guys come back before the required time, but I do, there's a lot of moving parts with both of these two kids and a lot going on.
Yeah, can we have another permanency in 3 months like we did this time? Because then that'll hit us in August. And then that way, if Mckenna is, you know, I'm assuming she'll get that extra 2 months, but by then we need to make sure we know what's going on with her. And I will expect that we'll receive an update from aunt and uncle that everything's good and nothing's going to change with that.
Yes.
But that'll be a good opportunity for us to make sure that she's also got what she needs.
Yes, and so do they live local? Do you guys live?
Hills,
North Richland
Sorry.
Hills.
Okay.
North Richland Hills.
All right, so what I want to do too is I am going to go ahead and do another permanency hearing in August. And I do want to see Colton here too. Okay. I want to see him, and then hopefully we'll know more about how Mckenna's progressing too. Did you have a question, Colton?
I want to stay with aunt and uncle. I want them to get permanent adoption.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna, well, this, you have to talk to your lawyer about that and stuff. I can't just do that automatically right now, okay? I don't have that kind of authority. And so what I want to do is this regarding his placement. I do want him to be able to go to aunt and uncles just based on everyone's representation, ad litem and the departments and OCOK, the Detmer. But I want you all to present me a motion and order, okay? And I'll go ahead and approve it. I also am ordering you to make sure that the home study is on file for, I want to be able to review that one more time, the final one that we're going off of, okay? I'm sure it's just clerical. I just want to be able to review that as well. And if that's on file and I have the motion and order from you guys, I'll sign off on it, okay?
And if
then,
somebody
so,
needs to come back, we'll it again.
What was that, sir?
If somebody needs to come back to redo the study, we'll do it again.
No, I think it's done. It's just I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't been filed with the court yet. And so I want to make sure we have that and that everyone is signed off on Colton going with you guys. I've heard from Colton, he definitely wants to go. I know you guys want him. It looks like it's the best place for him right now. So.
All I need is my dogs and my music.
All right, anything else from anybody?
No, that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Just to clarify, Robin, are you filing that motion or do you want me to file the motion?
I'll file the motion because
okay, you'll circulate order and okay.
Yeah, I understand from Rochelle that you've already submitted an affidavit and that supplemental or amended, updated home study. So we can do the motion and I'll circulate the order to you.
And just put the affidavit with it because I haven't seen that either yet. And you guys can just do the usual, just send it through Stephanie. I know she hates me by now, but send it through Stephanie and I'll get it and sign off on it. So,
okay.
All right. Anything else?
Am I going to be placed there today?
What's that, Colton?
Am I going to be placed there today? Like,
they probably need an order from the court to do that. So as soon as I get that, it may be a day or two. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Hang in there.
Okay.
I'm free anytime to go get him.
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.